My son had his first wet dream today. Can you believe it? Oh, the sheets were. He had a great time in there.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Seven Ships. No, not Seven Chips. This video is not sponsored by Frito-Lay. Yes, I've had someone ask me that before. I mean ships, as in the ship is sailing across the sea. The ship that carries cargo, right? Okay, so anyways, this video is going to be one that I have experienced and you may have as well. And if you did, comment down below. I would love to hear it. Now, it is about periods, right? And this is when a girl, not a woman, but a girl, when she first starts her period, she's probably around 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, shit, probably 9 or 10 in 2021 with the way a lot of us are going. My main issue is how parents handle this, mainly the mothers. Now, I get it. You know, a lot of women, they see their daughters go through it. They see it as her going into adulthood. And this is where the first issue arises, right? They say that she is now becoming a woman. No, she's not a woman. She is still a girl. Now, I get if this was like in the 18, 17, 16, 15, 1400s when they would have her, when she would have her period, and then they would sell her off to the highest bidder for like a carton of eggs and a goat. I get that, but this is 2021, and we don't do that anymore. Now, unfortunately, there are still some cultures who still follow this awful rhetoric, and they will sell their daughters off to much, much older men. And what these people fail to understand is that she is still a girl. She is not a woman. Her body is that of a young girl. And most importantly, she has the mind of a girl, not of an adult. Okay, we don't do that. And it's just like, you're going to sit here and call her a woman now, but if she goes out and do womanly things, if she starts having sex, start doing drugs, start drinking alcohol, start talking to grown men or women, now all of a sudden, she's a thought. Oh, you think you grown now? Oh, she's so fast. No, 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 ma'am. Didn't you say that she's a woman now? So don't get mad when she does womanly things. Well, you do get upset. Why? Because you know deep down she's still a girl. And this also leads me to my next point of the comparison of when a boy goes through puberty and when a girl goes through puberty. Now, when a guy, he has his first wet dream, his dad don't sit up there and start telling the world about it. He doesn't call his uncle, nephew, granddad, co-workers, the neighbor down the street.
My son had his first wet dream today. Can you believe it? Oh, the sheets were. He had a great time in there.
No, no. They keep the son his privacy. They don't tell anyone. They tell him about it and move on. So then why is it that when a girl goes through her puberty, everyone must know? Grandmother must know, granddad must know, cousin, uncle, neighbor, co-workers, neighbors across the street. I mean, why? Like, that is such a personal point in her life, and I get it. You know, you're trying to make her familiar and comfortable with it, but going about it in this way is extremely, extremely toxic, and it's very uncomfortable. And not only that, from my personal experience, I've noticed when my sister had her period, she's older than my older sister. My mom went and told the neighbor, and I'm just sitting there like, why would you do that? And the look on my sister's face, she looked so embarrassed. And when I seen that, I was like, oh my God. Like, I honestly didn't even want to tell my mom when I first had mine, because it was like, I don't want her to tell everyone. Luckily, she didn't tell that many people. And another thing that I thought was pretty jacked up was that me and my sister, we have different dads. She called my dad and told her about my sister. My sister was just sitting there like, and then he started giving her all this womanly advice and shit like that. I'm like, womanly advice? He's a man. He doesn't know about anything about women, which I will talk about in a video later of how I hate men trying to tell women how to be women, and it's so aggravating and it's really, really fucking irritating. But I'm going to not continue this because I'm going to get angry and upset. So let's go back on topic. And it's just so irritating how the boy, he will have his whole personal experience be personal, but then the daughters, everyone must know about it. And this also goes into my next point. It is her body. If she doesn't want you to tell the world, then don't tell the world. And this is also goes into how people feel like women's or girls' bodies are their own. Like, you can't just sit over here and be like, well, she's my daughter, so I can sit up here and tell everyone everything that happens to her body. Oh, she got her first bra today. Oh, she shaved her legs today. Oh, she did this today. Oh, her breasts are filling in today. Oh, she switched from granny panties to boxer briefs today. Like, I don't know, but it's like, why must her business be spread out to the world? And yet, when their sons go through things, it's, oh, baby, it's okay. You know, let me teach you about the birds and the bees. Let me teach you about wet dreams. Don't mess with those women out there. Because, you know, when women have their periods, they start becoming grown and fast, even though she's 14 years old. So, let me teach you about them and how they're going to try to use you and get herself pregnant and all this other shit. And it's just like, it's like the bodily experience of both sexes are not handled the same way, and that is very, very irritating. And this goes to the pot of the litter, y'all. The pot of the litter. Period parties. I was reading once about this girl. Well, she's a woman now, but at the point in time she was a girl. She had the same experience that I did. She noticed her sister when she first had her period, how embarrassed she was because her mother told the entire planet. And so she said, when I have my period, I'm not going to tell my mother. It's going to be an extreme, huge secret. And so when she started her period, she's about 13 years old. She kept it on the low for 3 years until she was about 16. And her mother eventually found out because of her neighbor. Her neighbor, she used the bathroom at her neighbor's house, left the evidence in the trash can, and then that's when the neighbor told the mother. And the mother, when she found out, she was very disappointed because for 3 years her daughter didn't tell her she had her period. And guess what her mother said? For you not telling me you had your first period, we're not going to have a period party. Y'all, she was going to throw a period party for her daughter. And for those of you who are mothers, you may think, oh, there's nothing wrong with throwing a period party. Yes, it is if you don't have your daughter's consent. It is not your body. It is her body. And if she's not comfortable coming out here and telling the world about something very personal that she is going through for the first time in her entire life, she doesn't have to. And I think that instead of mothers just automatically assuming, well, if I would have wanted, she would want it too. Why? Because they're both now women. Even though she's 13 years old and she started doing womanly things, I'll call her a whore. But, you know, we're both women now. And so I would have wanted a period party. So she would too. No, Karen. She freaking might not want that. And so I just think mothers just take a different approach. How they approach and how they talk about things that a girl will go through when going through puberty. And I would love to hear your all thoughts about this. Have you experienced anything like this, or just want to add it to the conversation? That's all I have to say right now. Peace out. This is 7Ships, and I'll be back with another video. Bye.